Hello, now then, welcome back. This is episode number 30 of the Ironglide Iron Teeth hard mode playthrough. We are in cycle 40, day 4, temperate cycle. Last time, it's been a bit of a gap because I've been sick. I'm still not quite 100%, but I can string sentences together without coughing forever, which is nice. So, last time I can't remember what we did, to be fair, in my haze of all of the cold medicine I was on, but I know we did things up here for swimming purposes as this dries out too much. We added some tanks to increase the water, mainly to keep this thing fed and watered. We finished off sorting out this area here. Ran out of actual bots because for some reason we just can't make them. That is a production issue, and we need to fix that production issue, which is today's job. It's not so much the planks that's the problem, but the gears. They disappear very quickly. So we're going to need to figure out the best way of sorting that out without reinventing the wheel over here, because I don't want to build this again. But I could, but I'm not going to. Also, we're on the march to get to the 20,000 science, which will allow us to spend on this big boy. However, we do not have the bits for this. Nowhere near enough metal, or gears, definitely, or sparkly planks. So, to fix that problem, I think we are not going to do anything to expand this, because we are, well, right now, when these guys clock off, because these are bio beavers, which is why we have injuries, they don't have, it won't be enough juice to power all of this. But we do have 4 number crunchers sucking in, well, a lot. There's what, 2,000 juices here. I'm not entirely sure that the electricity or science can be measured in juice, but I'm measuring it in juice. So, what we can do once this ticks over, which will be very soon, we will delete certainly most of them, just to be able to keep these joined together. So this guy is probably the one that's going to survive. These two will go, and this one, and we're going to replace it with gear workshops and planks, probably. But we just need to spam the ever-living spam out of these here gears. So we probably could do with more grease for the old bots, but 2 is apparently not enough. So yeah, if we ever get a surplus of them, we can move them all back into this area. But we have quite a few bio beavers in here, which is, I think, the entire site, to be fair. Looking at this, yeah. So that all needs to be fixed. So, let's blow this science immediately on this. We do need to find a position for this somewhere, but that somewhere is not now. We have some electricity to fix. So, as you can see, demand is insane, but not so much now. Wow, that was a bad idea. Okay, so, right. Whoopsie. Let's fix that sharpish, shall we? This is the most important construction you guys will ever do. So please get to it immediately. Restore the power to the building, because no doubt they'll all die, and then I'll have like 7 million bot things out the way. Good. So, bots please for these. And I'm gonna steal them from somewhere else. Same for these, actually. Rightly or wrongly, we should be stealing these from, I believe, hauling. Which I'm fine with. This will be a higher priority job. In fact, it may be that we should also do it this way as well. So because we're going to need these. For building the old big stuff. So again, let's just steal the bots from elsewhere. Open. Well, there's your problem. A Lasai. Alright, never mind. So, with any luck, this should, running 24/7, should, he says, give us enough resources coming in constantly. When we have a glut of them, we will... It needs to be bots. It needs to be upped. Good. So, when we have a glut of spare ones here, we should hopefully be able to move them into these other areas. And because we've cleared space over here, guess what's coming this way? If you said gear workshops, you would be in fact correct. And I think... that's a shame. That is a shame. That is a shame. Never mind, we can work with this. Let's just chuck that there. And I guess... just do that. They shouldn't take them too long to build. It's using resources we don't have, but see what that's done for the gears already, so this is a good sign. Oh, that was quick. So, chuck that in, and they should get built sooner rather than later. Again, high priority workplace jobs with beaver bots. And same for those. So the basic building stuff should now all be bots. These can get staffed when they get round to it. Let's just unpause that. So, with any luck, we should be able to blast through those, and we're not going to hopefully cut too much into the flanks, but we will see on that front. Again, we could put some more in down here. We just need to do a bit of crazy shenanigans with power, but certainly doable. In fact... we're going to do it. Let's just do it. Let's JFDI. We also need one in here. And this should connect the... well, alright, yes, the power is now connected to itself, which, you know, thanks. Anyway, give me 2 of those. Bit convoluted. We can't quite fit in all of them that we've got down here, but I can live with it. We could build around this corner if we needed to, but we just need to make sure that we've got enough trees coming in, which, let's zoom this way. There's plenty of trees yet to be cut, so it's an 18-day drought. I believe this didn't quite overtop, as it never does. But again, these guys can pump this dry, get it into these vats, because it does not evaporate in a vat. Why have you not got 2 in it? Should you not have 2 in it? Okay. Might help, I guess. And we just need some guys on planting, so let's get them on that. Did these berries get picked up from here? Not quite. These have got empty though, so let's rip that out. And I think eggplants are still a problem, but they are growing up here. I think we should dedicate you guys to harvesting. Good, they both got the same reach. I was just worried that they couldn't quite reach everything on both sides there, so hopefully these guys can pull them out the ground. Haulers can haul. We should have enough of them. Let's just take a look at the jobs. It's housing. Hauler should be somewhere in here. Under H for hauling post. They are all set to max, but they don't have max in it. Oh, they're all bio-beavers anyway, so never mind. I thought we had some that were still on there. Awesome, okay. Keeps the bio-beavers happy. Could be worth getting fermenters handled by these guys. Where are our fermenters? I believe. Yeah, they're all over there. If we put some bots down here, we probably need to charge them. So let's think about that now. Somewhere. I can never remember where. Hurricane, oil press. No. No. Yes. We put those in. What's this guy doing? We haven't really got the juice for that, for running two of them, but they shouldn't be in use at all times, so we probably do need to put in another one of these, actually. Just because we're spending money to make money. Yeah, so actually we're only getting one out of this guy. It's going to be worth it, I think, so in theory that should go there, and this guy. Oh, okay. Not with those in the way, but let's just rip that out. Now that should go in. The power's okay. Yes, beavers, get out. We need them constructing, so let's get them sorted. I don't exactly know where we're taking these jobs from. Let's just go back to builders' huts. Okay. Congratulations, you've just become bio-beavers again. Yeah. So I think this is just a lack of staffing issue, so let's just suck it up now. So with that priority set, they should be able to at least rebuild themselves. So I'm hoping this number goes down drastically and into the positive numbers. With any luck, that's what will happen, but we'll see. Let's zoom back over here. So this area was quite successful last time, so it's done quite a bit for our numbers. Wow, this sorted us out. Added some roofs over here. Didn't quite get as much power out from down here as would have liked, but meh. It keeps it high enough, I think, for this to not be a problem. Even with 3 engines running. Plans of hooking this thing over here it's not going to happen. So, with the primary production things out of the way, and this thing chewing through the numbers that we'll need to chew through, we should be able to get some decent numbers in there. Apologies for excessive silences. It's the cold is still just on the cusp. So apologies. It's not going up as much as I would like, but how many of these do we actually have? Can we see those in here? Don't believe so. Maybe we can. You can see charges, so that's those. Can you not see? Decontamination parts which we don't need. Beds, scratches. That's power, but I don't think any of those are. No, doesn't look like it. That's storage, so that's nothing. I'm looking for control towers, but I don't think they get listed, so you can't find them. No. Okay, never mind. I think we've only got 3. I can't remember. Oh, the one down here? No. Oh, they came from the mine. Interesting. That is a problem. Okay, how do we deal with this? What else? So is it they're just all there? And I'm not so bothered about the excavator, to be fair. This is my high priority. Don't care about you. Do I care about you? No, I don't think so. As long as some of them are working. I mean, the bio beavers should be able to keep up with that. Where is it? That's dirty water. That's not what we need. Somewhere in here is... it is quite low, actually. Don't know. I guess we just need to wait for more of this to spin up. We do need a lot more power. I mean, not overnight, but yeah. 3 layers of this apparently is not enough, so I'm not entirely sure what we can do with that. Because these guys should be producing quite a bit. I don't want to build a massive farm of engines, but I think that's probably the way we may have to go. It's a lot of engines and a lot of wood to throw away. We'll deal with it, I think. So to change this now would be devastating. It would break so much. I mean, we can happily extend out this way, but we've got to get beavers down here, which is a problem when they're not all bio beavers. Isn't a problem when they're all not bio beavers. I know what I meant. English is hard. But it's going to be painful to expand all this out, so I'm not entirely sure if that's going to be a problem. We could just cane it until such time as we've filled all of our stocks of stuff up, and then obviously they go idle, and then they won't be using all the power. I mean, is that cheesing? Probably. Don't know. But what we can do is figure out where we're going to stick the old Earth repopulator. And I think of all the places, probably the top of this mountain, to be fair. So it is a big boy. Just where exactly do we put it? We could build it here, actually. So let's... What are we missing? In theory, we're missing those three. That one and that one. Can they get up here? No. How best to get them up here then? Let's have a think. So they can walk this way. That is true. Yeah, we need one more in, don't we? We do indeed. So, where's that gone? Landscaping. So, that will fit on there now, so that's good. I would like, I think, to have it firing this way. So that's money well spent. But what I am going to do is to make this just a little bit more convoluted by ripping these out. I'm going to pause this because I'd like them to deal with that first. So, how to get them up here? We could do something crazy with the tubes. They could walk. But, as soon as we have tubes, walking could be fun. Said nobody ever. So, it'd be very, 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 very sneaky. But if we drag them up this way... Yep, that's what we're going to do. We're going to bring them up here. And then we're going to hook into it here. So, how to achieve this? So, okay. So let's just ruin that entire network. Sorry lads, you'll have to walk. We need to go up. Need to go up again. We need to do that, and finally, that, and that. And just path all the way through here. Oh, that is a problem. Nothing that can't be fixed with some dirt placed here then. Do that, rip that out, and get a nice little staircase into here. And then, what does this giant monstrosity need to be built? Gears, planks, blocks. Can we dump those anywhere? Idiots. Gears, planks, blocks. Sparkly planks, isn't it? Yes, sparkly planks. Sparkly planks to obtain, please. And then we need these. And for the gears, that one, and for the metal blocks, which are not in this thing, so... No. Sigh. Metal blocks, receive. Priority by those, yep. Prioritize. Good. So let's kablamo that. And kablamo that. And they should be able... okay, maybe they can't. So, here. Problem solved. And just for funsies, goodbye to that. That number is coming down beautifully, so I'm very happy with this. But limbs less so. Kabam, kablam, and goodbye to the path. Zoot. Goodbye. Right, so in theory, there's enough. Well, I mean, these need to be bigger, but the haulers will bring jazz this way, I suppose. So I guess we can just say begin. And it'll take them a million years, but still, they can get it sorted for us. Let me just check on who was hauling again. So builders is a mix. H were hauling. Fire beavers. So they only get stocked during the day, so that's somewhat fine. Seems that making canola oil is a problem. Ah, well, okay, that could explain it. I think we can live with it. I think eventually that'll get restocked. Yeah, but probably do need to potentially think about canola. And I think we probably need to think about corn less. So I think what we're going to do, it's probably a really bad idea, but we are going to rip all this out. We're going to replace that with canola when someone gets around to it, which will be soon, TM, I think. Cool, look at him go. Awesome. So, overnight, they can at least keep themselves busy with that while these things have absolutely no storage and stock in them whatsoever. But, I did prioritise that one. Good spot by me. So, back over here on the industrial farm. Good. This is finally going down. That's low. That's obvious. That's dry. Yeah, the problem with this map is that these blocks don't produce really enough water, but kind of is what it is. The other thing, once these bots get replaced, we can start giving these guys the day off again. There's a couple of foodstuffs that we don't have. Obviously fermented mushrooms and algae. We could build those just as for completeness, as I think we've got everything else. It's just not enough of it. So I think it's probably time. Hydroponic garden. They take a bucket load of water. These concern me, but they don't concern me, but I am concerned by them because they take a lot of juice, literally. So I'm just gonna. That's exactly what I didn't want. Thank you, game. It's not what I actually want, but for the sake of completeness, we're gonna do it. So, X. Okay. Give that for the shrooms. Give that for the ghee. And biobeavers can run them. They should get to this or when they've got something else to do, which should help by not having that set to the biggest priority in our creation. But that should be fine. They're quite cheap to build, actually. I thought they were more expensive to build than that, but never mind. More you know, I guess. And the haulers can bring the stuff. We have nowhere to put any of the stuff out of here, so we're going to need storages for these. Or do we? We do. Good old me doing stuff. Oh good, they'll fix that too. So, let's see, canola. So the canola should all go into here. The farmers should be able to get that planted quite easily. Cool. So in 3 million years, shown here, they should be about done. It needs processing though, so we're going to need to... mushrooms go into these. So we might need to improve the situation over here with some more of these. An algae rations, are they food factory? Yes, okay. Eggs, corn and corn. Alright, so we need to level this out. Yep, so level that out and then they should fit in here, so the fermenter. Like so, and food factory. Like so, and then how the hell do I connect in power to this thing? I've built myself into a corner, and I'm not sure how to get out. I think they just finished that just as I ripped it out the ground. So let's think about this logically. So that will transfer power there. If we get a fermenter... These are such awkward buildings. It'd be a thing. Oh, you transfer power, do you? I hate what has just transpired. I am very unhappy. Right, how do I fix this then? We could do something incredibly dirty. So does power not go down here? Yes, so why... Yeah, whatever. You can go down there, so why don't you connect? Oh, you're offset. Right, okay. Damn. Damn. And the main question is, how do I get them round to do anything dirty? That's the question. How are you spinning? How is... How? How is that spinning? Is it working? I'm an idiot. Never mind. I am trying to diagnose something that is not broken. Wow. Yeah, let's just assume that didn't happen, and we'll just walk away this way. Oh look, stuff. Good. Look at that. Look how they're doing. We have extra bots. That's lovely to see. So I suppose you can become an iron bot, and you can become an iron bot. You're already staffed. I think everything down here is iron bots now. These guys aren't, so... you can become iron bots. And you can be iron bots. And you can be iron bots. And I think everything down here now is iron bots. Oh, we even topped these guys up. Awesome. Happy days. So that should be everyone out of the dangerous jobs. Let's just take a quick look at the jobs again. So there are bots. Builders are all... they are now all bots, so there's jobs there to fill. Bots. If we get to the point where I've got 1 million of them, they can start doing that. Farmhouses, not too bothered about. Fluid dumps again, if 1 million of them will do that. Safer gatherers, gears are done. Grease, yes. Hauling post. I would like to get these done. So what is that? 160. I need 160 bots to make that a thing. That's going to take a while. Oil press is with them. Tapper shack doesn't really matter. So I think all of the major industry, big and small, is now set to bots. So hopefully those pauses in production for the other bits and pieces doesn't impact this too badly and we can start getting to the positive again. They just need to stop breaking down, which would be nice. Are you empty? Not quite. You empty? Yes. You're not empty enough, but then we could turn the gatherer flags back on, so that'll be okay. How are we doing? Not bad. We have gears keeping up. Sparkly planks less so. Metal is keeping up. Not enough to fill it, but enough to keep us going. So, happy days. Very excited to see this finally. Iron teeth are on the giant glider, which is the whole reason for the name of the series. It sounded great in my head when I made it up, like, however many weeks ago. But anyway, I digress. That keeps the builder bots out of trouble, out of ours. This is going to need another engine, so I need to squeeze an engine in here somehow. The question is where. Yes, please. Got time. Yeah, so I think it's time to say goodbye to this. And I think it's also time to say goodbye to this, and I think this. It may be time to say goodbye, so just pull them out the ground, please. I will zoom back out in a second so that the insanity of this stuff will go away. And a lovely little engine that can go here. That is going to be oil on a supply. Yes, please. And yes, please. So that should fix this area. Not that it's all running, but when it does all run. Hoping. I wonder. Let's get others dealing with this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. there's anything in here to put in, but that's fine. So we have plenty of power to burn, and we're not burning through all of our logs, which is awesome. Who have we got in here? Good. It's full, so they should be ripping that out of the ground. Seemingly not, but could be a hauling problem. I'll not set that to hold a minute. I've got left 2 days, so this should fine. Coffee's got its own little tank of water like this, just to keep everything alive. There is fine. We could do something with showers. Is this all solid? Yes, it is. What did the showers actually... They're just two... Yes, need one overhang and then a bit of land. So... If we were to put a path in here... Can't actually build it there. So we need three. We need three this way. I have a sneaky plan. Hi, tunnels. Please come take those out. We also do need to take the tunnel out here. But with this little tidbit of fun, we should now be able to wait for this path. Or not. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Thanks. Okay, so they can get round there now, and somewhere in here is a shower. So all we need at this point is to do this. And you may be wondering, well, how are you going to fill it up with water? And you'd be right. With difficulty. However, I have a cunning plan. Yeah, one more actually. Do you know what? Do you know what? I think I'm just gonna do that. I didn't want to rely on this one guy to fill it all up, but I don't think it matters. It's probably going to break these for a second or two, but not too much of an issue. Let's go. And... couple ammo. Get that in, get that in, get that in, and now we have 1,000,000 showers available for easy purchase from that there beavers. And that creaking is really annoying. So, good. Right, so this will get topped up to fill that up shortly. That's drought ended, so this should now go green. Seem to be keeping up with water needs, and that's lovely stuff to see. They should be able to shower up here shortly. Not already. Good, so that does free up some of this area down here if we ever wanted to. I don't think we need to, but we can. Right. So, making up some of the delta, which is nice. We just keep having to wait for these bots breaking down, which is never good. But they should be able to churn through that pretty quickly, I hope. And now we're at the end of the cycle, I think. While we wait for the water to fill up, this will take a couple of days to fill up, certainly with all these running. I think we will end this episode here. So we managed to get fairly easily through that drought, I believe it was. Yes, it was. We've added a bit of benefit for the old beavers down here, so the showers are up here, so they don't have to wait for these. I'll probably rip these out next time, tidy up a bit. Wood, it's fine. Food is fine. We've added the extra bits and pieces we needed for mushrooms and the algae, which we have some actually now, so that's good. They'll get fermented or however it is they're going to do it. Hopefully these guys can keep up, but we'll see. Production remains a bit of an issue, but obviously we need to work through this to get the stocks of beavers back up. Build more constructors, to be fair, for the beavers. Assemblers, sorry, not constructors. But we can look at that next time if needs be. And of course, the main event of the episode, we've got this guy. They are working on it halfway through, actually. So nearly have all the gears, which would be nice for them to stop sinking them into this, which might fix some of the bot problem. Treated planks and metal blocks have got a bit of a way to go. But progress is being made. So on that, thank you very much for watching. If you have any comments, please chuck them down below. And I think we are running towards the end game of this playthrough at this point. But if there's anything you'd like to see us do before we finish on this one, and obviously before we launch this guy, please let me know. Other than that, thanks very much for watching. See you guys next time.